Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This defense for the Jets, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. Gets past one man. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings?
The pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Pardon me, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Howell throwing on 1st down here. It's caught. This is White. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Faking the handoff, Howell. This is taken in by McBride. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Here's White. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Rashad White, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Rashad White with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Wilson. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
Picked off by Marquise Bell, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
21-0 our score after 1.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with White. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here's Hal to throw on second down.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Hal throwing on third down here. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Wilson's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
80 weapons, 80 weapons. Echo.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll roll him out right.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Kamara trying again. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Ready, ready, ready.
On first down, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go for the 40. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Red.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Nice box, right. I said it, let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. One last shot before the break. Howell. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Let's go now.
A run to begin the second half with White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action. It's Howell.
He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. First down, Howell to throw.
He completes it right side to White. Touchdown.
Rashad White.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Jets are pouring it on.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Oh,
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And the ball is knocked out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away.
And the Jets have widened the gap now to 50 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking the ball.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense. And they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
On first down, Howell.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Trey McBride
from 13 yards out.
And the Jets get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to...
And now here's another interception. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
General, pass.
To throw again on second down. Wilson.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
56 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The busy night continues for Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Bravo!
To throw is Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
The 40. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25.
Let's
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 44, Wilson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On third down, here's Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth.
Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Try it here. He's back to throw.
Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Wilson.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out from this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Washington.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads.